So I'm about to show y'all how I was able to go from basically nothing in April 2025 to almost $50,000 just a year later. And just to clarify, I'm a single 21-year-old trying to achieve financial freedom by 30 years old. Now, I know what a lot of people are probably thinking. How did you save $50,000 in 1 year? You must have made at least 100K. And I was raised to never tell nobody how much I made, but for the sake of the video, we'll just say it was around there, okay? We'll just say it was around there. But I want everybody to realize it has nothing to do with how much money that you actually make, but it's how you manage your money. You can have somebody making 50,000 and they'll be able to save way more than somebody making 100,000 if the person saving $100,000 can't manage their money for anything. So with that being said, let's get straight into the exact system and the exact steps that I use to save money. Step number one is going to be you need to shift your mindset. And what I mean is you need to stop playing victim to your circumstances. You need to stop playing victim because when you play victim, you make excuses for everything around you.
Oh, I can't save money because gas is too high.
That's false. You know what's true though? Your habits suck. That's what's true. And the sooner you realize that and the sooner that you stop making excuses and you stop playing victim, saving money actually seems realistic. Now that you shifted your mindset, you need somewhere to save your money. And I'm telling you right now, you need to get away from the big banks, okay? PNC, Chase, Wells Fargo, whoever it is, you need to get away. If you got your money sitting in a regular savings account, let me tell you right now, every single dollar that you have sitting in there is probably losing value because of inflation. Damn. So I recommend opening one of these two accounts, either a high yield savings account or a brokerage account. If you're a beginner, I recommend a high yield savings account. On average, these get about 3 to 4.5% interest, which is actually keeping up with inflation. So you're not actually losing the value of every dollar that's in there. If you're a little bit more advanced, I would recommend opening a brokerage account. You do have to invest into the stock market in this account, but on average, you can see returns from 8 to 12%. That's just an average, right? Some years you might be up 20%, some years you might be down. But at the end of the day, it averages out to about 10%. Now that you've opened one of these accounts, it's time to actually start saving money. So the next thing that you need to do is create a zero-based budget and track every single dollar. If you don't know what a zero-based budget is, like I just said, it tracks every single dollar that's coming in each month and every single dollar that's going out each month. This is huge because this helps you find your money leaks and it helps you find out where you're spending money where you don't actually know where you're spending money. For me, for example, I was spending about $50 at the gas station a week, if not more. So it was coming out to about $200 a month. If I was to invest that $200 a month for 39 years until I'm 60 years old, and I got the average return rate of about 10%, I would have about $1.2 million. The $10 that I was spending every day at the gas station was actually turning out to be $1 million mistake in the long run. So I highly recommend that you start a zero-based budget and you start tracking where every single dollar that you make is going. It's going to help you find so much more margin to actually save. Step number 4, and not everybody's going to agree with this, but that's all right because I'm telling you guys this is what's worked for me. You don't have to agree with it. I really don't care. But it's going to be to get out and stay out of debt. Because how are you actually going to really save money and build real wealth if you are paying the bank $500 a month for a car? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that all debt is bad or that credit cards are bad because I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not experienced in any of that, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. But I am telling you that having zero debt has helped me save a lot of money. The next step, if y'all want to save money, and this is going to sound super obvious, but not everybody's willing to do it. You need to find a way to make more income because at some point you're going to realize you can only actually save so much money each month, right? You got your bills, you got your rent, you got gas. Like you're only going to be able to save so much. And if you want to save more money, you need to make more money. Personally, I invested in myself. I spent $4,600 out of pocket. I went and got my CDL. And my return on investment was incredible on that. So find a way to simply just make more money. And the next step on here is you need to learn to be content and to live frugal. And when I say frugal, I don't mean you need to act broke all the time, okay? It does help if you act broke. But what I mean is you need to learn to be content with the basic stuff, with cheap t-shirts, right? Stay away from the materialistic stuff. Be content with the used car that works, right? You don't need a brand new car. Just learn to be content with the basic little stuff and stay away from the expensive materialistic stuff that you just don't need, right? If you live alone, you don't need 4 sets of dishes, okay? 2 sets maybe is fine. So learning to be content and living frugally has helped me save so much money. And my last step on here is going to be to celebrate the little victories. Celebrate the small wins. Okay, everybody's got different goals. Maybe your goal is to save $10,000 in a year. So the first 1,000 that you save, recognize that and celebrate it. The first 2,500 that you save, recognize that, right? What this does is it builds momentum, it builds confidence, and it keeps you motivated to keep going. Because if you're just saving money and you're not actually checking to see if you're actually doing good on your journey, you're going to lose momentum. That's just how it works. So celebrate the little victories. Now, that's the system that has worked for me. Those are the steps that I use. If you felt like any of these steps are going to help you, comment down below which ones. If you guys feel like I missed any steps and steps that would help me, comment that down below too, right? Because I'm always open to learning. I always want to learn. That's kind of what got me to this point, is just wanting to learn. So comment down below. But I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure that y'all like and subscribe so that more people out there can see this video, so that the algorithm pushes it out and more people can actually see this video and learn about the stuff that they really need to learn about in life. But thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.